Dear students, we have already seen that numerical data can be represented in different types of graphs and diagrams. Diagrams are used to show linear and non-linear relations in economics. The demand curve is also one such diagram. So in this video, I am going to discuss about the types of charts, graphs or diagrams which are frequently used in economics. These are bar diagram, grouped bar diagram and pie diagram. First of all, let us discuss about a bar diagram. Bar diagram. A bar diagram, also known as a bar chart or bar graph, is a diagram which represents grouped data with rectangular bars with length proportional to the values which they represent. Here, in this example, we may see that it is about production of wheat in India. And as per the meaning, this diagram represents a grouped data, and in order to represent that data, rectangular bars are drawn. Then the length of each of these rectangular bars is proportional to the value of the data. That means for the year 1970-71, the production of wheat was less as compared to the production of wheat in the year 1980-81, and therefore the length of the rectangular bar in the year 1970-71 is less than the length of the rectangular bar in the year 1980-81. And similarly, for the year 2010 and 11, the length of the bar is the highest. So we may conclude that the production of wheat in the year 2010 and 11 was the highest. Now, let us have a look at the second type, that is grouped or clustered bar diagram. Now, group means more than one. Group or cluster both means more than one. So these charts are used when the dependent variable is grouped in more than one category. For example, when we want to examine the literacy rates for different years in Gujarat, we can use a grouped bar chart to show male, female and total literacy rates as three categories in one group for 1 year. That means here also, for 1 year, instead of drawing a single rectangular bar, we are supposed to draw three rectangular bars for a single year representing the literacy in male, female as well as total. As you can see in this diagram that for the very first year 1951, three different bars are drawn. First one, it represents male. Second rectangular bar represents the data related to female, and similarly the last bar represents the data related to total literacy in Gujarat. Here each bar has been colored differently so as to represent different categories, and what they represent are also shown. Say for example, the first colored rectangular bar shows that it represents the data related to male literacy. Similarly, the second bar represents the data related to females. And finally, the last bar shows the data related to total literacy in Gujarat. So now talking about the last type of diagram, that is a pie diagram. First of all, a pie diagram is a circular statistical graph which is divided into sectors to illustrate the numerical proportion of data. So unlike the other types of diagram, a pie chart is actually a circular graph. Okay, it is first of all a circular graph, and it is again divided into various sectors, and these sectors are divided as per the numerical proportion or the numerical values of the data. Here the numerical data is proportionately converted into degrees, and after considering those degrees, the circle is to be divided into various sectors. Say for example, the diagram over here shows the share of different sector in India's national income. So as you can see in the diagram itself, that the share of agriculture sector is lowest while the share of service sector is the highest, and therefore agriculture sector occupies less space as compared to the service sector. That is enough to represent that the service sector, rather its contribution in national income, is highest, and that of agriculture sector is the lowest. Thank you.